words. Good evening to everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome you all today. This is a beautiful evening, invoking the blessings of God Almighty, paying tribute to our founder, President, and saluting our Honorable President and Madam Secretary and our beloved Principal. I'd like to welcome all the participants. On behalf of the Women Empowerment Cell, the institution's Innovative Council, and the English Literary Association, I'm extremely happy to welcome our principal. I'm very much excited to welcome the guest of the day, Ms. Aarti Vembaya, Assistant Professor, Department of Fashion Designing and Apparel Making, Holy Cross Home Science College, Thoothukudi. Hearty welcome to the convener of this program, Ms. Varivakarasi, coordinators, Dr. Neeta and Dr. Vanita, and the members of the organizing committee, Dr. Stella, Ms. Vedavalli, Dr. Jayanti, Ms. Durga, and Ms. Rosalind. Boutique management, quite an interesting topic. So we're going to have very nice evening and looking forward to listen to the chief guest. Thank you and welcome.
One and all present in this virtual media. And dear students, already you would have heard about boutique. Boutique, it is a fashion store that deals in fashionable clothing and accessories. These are mostly found in cosmopolitan cities like Chennai, Bangalore, etc. Now, these fashionable shops are becoming popular in almost all the major cities of India. Even in Thoothukudi, there are many boutiques like Princess, Ara, Vismay, Mofika, and so on. Since boutique is a small retail shop, it is easy to start and may require a small investment. But the success of the business depends upon the creativity, passion, and other entrepreneurial skills of the owner. Mostly, boutiques are owned and run by women. Today's skill development program on boutique management would enable you to learn the entrepreneurial skills needed to start and manage a boutique successfully. I would like to thank the resource person, Ms. Aarti Vembaya, Assistant Professor, Department of Fashion Designing and Apparel Making, Holy Cross Home Science College, Thoothukudi, for having been accepted our invitation to give a talk on this topic.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for your
On behalf of the management, I congratulate the convener, Miss R. Vadivakarasi, Assistant Professor of English, and coordinators, Dr. Monica Ramraj, Head of the Department of English, and Dr. Vanita, Dr. Neeta from Women Empowerment Cell, and Dr. Magesari from Institution Innovation Cell, and team member, organizing committee members also. And I wish the program a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Good evening, all. And it's a pleasure to be a part of the skill development program. And I hope this week has been so good for all of us with Diwali celebrations and all. So thank you for the introduction, ma'am. And I'm Aarti. I'm working as an assistant professor in the Department of Fashion Designing and Apparel Making in Holy Cross Home Science College, Tuticorin. Fashion has always been so fascinating to me since my childhood. Like I have been so passionate about fashion, clothing, and all. So today's topic is something that is so fascinating, so interesting, which is boutique management. We all know what a boutique is, and I'll explain you through the process flow in a boutique, what happens in a boutique, how it works, and all those things, and about some online fashion women entrepreneurs and what are the skills required for a woman entrepreneur and all those things. So let's get into the session. So we all know what a boutique is. We have all seen a boutique, but once. Okay. So we'll see a basic explanation of what a boutique is. So a boutique is a premium fashionable items இருக்கிற ஒரு shop. Like it is a small organized shop which has this elite type of fashionable clothing which is a bit costlier, but still the quality of a garment that you buy in boutique is more special than a garment what you buy in a retail outlet. So a boutique has unique merchandise with knowledgeable persons to help you to get a clear idea, and they will guide you on what will suit you, which garment will look good on you, and all those things. So what skills do you require to be a fashion entrepreneur? So there are certain skills required to be a fashion entrepreneur. We'll see what are the skills that are required. And the first and foremost thing that you need when you want to be a fashion entrepreneur is you should be very passionate. Passion is the most important thing that you require when you are into a fashion business. So what other things like dedication, commitment, hard work, and all these things comes to you naturally when you are passionate about what you do. So dedication, so you should be very dedicated because if you see இப்போ ஒரு கார்மெண்ட் நீங்க டிசைன் பண்ணி கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ட் பண்றீங்க அப்படின்னா யூ ஷுட் பி வெரி டெடிகேட்டட் டு இட். ஒவ்வொரு சின்ன சின்ன டீடைல்ஸ்லயும் நம்மளோட டெடிகேஷன் தெரியும். ஸோ you should be very dedicated and you should be very committed to that promise that you made to the customer. So it is like customer ku or delivery date கொடுத்திருக்கோம்னா you should show your commitment. You should stay committed to that. லைக் அதுக்கு ப்ரையாரா நம்ம இது பண்ணி அவங்கள ரெடி பண்றதுலதான் நமக்கும் அவங்களுக்கும் இருக்கிற அந்த ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் குட்டா இருக்கும். ஸோ த கஸ்டமர் வில் கம் பேக் டு யூ அகெயின். ஸோ கமிட்மெண்ட் இஸ் ஸோ இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். And the third thing is hard work. Hard work doesn't mean that you have to source fabric, you have to stitch. It's not that everything has to be done by you. It is like there are people who will work under you, but you should work hard and you should be the pillar of the boutique. Like you should guide them. They will only follow the rules that are made by you. So if anything goes wrong, there is comes to you. So you have much more responsibility than when you yourself working. It involves more responsibility. So vision is something like what you see, what type of future you want for your firm. Like if you are running a boutique, there should be a vision. Like in the next few years, I want to achieve this, I have to be this. So that is what a vision is. So if you are starting a boutique, there are a lot of boutique these days. As ma'am told, even in Tuticorin and Tirunelveli, we have lot of boutiques nowadays. But still, you should be unique from all other competitors. So what should you do for making yourself stand out from your competitors? That is what vision is. And fashion is something that keeps on changing. ஃபேஷன்ங்கிறது ஒரு கான்ஸ்டன்டான ஒரு ஸ்டேஜ்ல நிக்கிறது இல்ல. ஃபேஷன் ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் ஸ்டைல் இப்போ ட்ரெண்ட்ல இருக்குன்னா நமக்கு நாளைக்கு இன்னொரு நியூ ஸ்டைல் வர்றப்போ this style will be outdated. So fashion is something that you create. ஸ்டாண்டர்டா இருக்கிற ஒண்ணு ஃபேஷன் கிடையாது. So you should have this risk taking ability. Come out of your comfort zone, create new designs, and execute new project. Maybe it may be success and it may be failure, but it doesn't matter what you do. But being in your comfort zone is never going to take you anywhere big. So risk taking abilityங்கிறது ரொம்ப important. ஸோ இப்போ வந்து ஃபேஷன் ஒரு பொட்டிக் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்றதுக்கு ஒரு ஃபேஷன் டிசைனிங் டிகிரி மஸ்டா அப்படின்னு கேட்டா நோ, இட் இஸ் நாட். ஆக்சுவலி அதை விட ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்டான ஒரு விஷயம் பேஷன் தான். யூ ஷுட் ஹாவ் பேஷன் டுவர்ட்ஸ் வாட் யூ டூ. பேஷன்ல யூ ஷுட் ரெஸ்பெக்ட் யுவர் ஒர்க். லைக் ஒரு நிறைய பெஸ்ட் டிசைனர்ஸோட வேர்டிங்ஸ் எல்லாம் பார்த்தா இட் வில் பி லைக் தே வர்ஷிப் வாட் தே டூ. ஸோ அவங்களோட ஒர்க்கை தான் தே see as God. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பேஷன் இருந்தா யூ கேன் சக்சீட் ஈஸிலி இன் ஃபேஷன். அண்ட் ஸோ அதுதான் முக்கியம். இட்ஸ் நாட் தட் ஒரு ஃபேஷன்ல ஒரு டிகிரி இருந்தாதான் யூ கேன் டூ பெட்டர் அப்படிங்கிறது கிடையாது. ஸோ மூவ் ஆன் டு த நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்லைட். There are certain personal characteristics or skills that is required for a fashion entrepreneur. So determination and resilience. As I told earlier, fashion is a very competitive. Fashion industry is very competitive these days. So nothing comes so easily. You have to put so much of hard work. You have to stay dedicated, determined towards your goal. So if you see, it is you need to give some time for yourself to be successful in any industry. That too in fashion industry, you can't be so famous or you can't reach the peak just like that. It takes time. So you have to wait patiently until you reach the goal. So there may be time where you consider giving up. You may feel down. There may be problems, but still there may be failures. Maybe you have நீங்க ஒரு புது டிசைன் ட்ரை பண்ணி it didn't turn out like the way you expected it, but still you can learn from it. Next time நம்ம அந்த மிஸ்டேக் திரும்ப ரிட்டர்ன் ஆகாம நம்ம பார்த்துக்கலாம். So in fashion, people do make mistakes every day. It happens to everyone. Not only like ஒரு budding designer இருந்தாலும் சரி, ஒரு பெரிய like celebrity designers இருப்பாங்க. அவங்களோட ஷோஸ்லாம் ஃபேஷன் ஷோஸ்லாம் நடக்கும். நிறைய செலிபிரிட்டி டிசைனர்ஸோட ஷோ கூட ஃபிளாப் ஆன நிறைய ஷோஸ் இருக்கு. So fashion is always about creating new things. While we create a new thing, there is a lot of chances for mistakes and all those things. So it is very common, but still we can learn from all our mistakes. So determination and resilience is very important. And the main point is you should be very determined enough to not give up after failing. Even if you're failing in it, keep on trying. You will get better eventually. So staying consistent is very important. And the second thing is passion and ambition. Your passion is something that is pulling you, like pushing you front. So unga passion da ungala driving force. So your hard work, your constant support ellame vandu the passion da. So if you want to do better, you need to be so passionate on what you do. Because when you are so passionate only, you will have this willpower, or you will feel so confident to take that risk and experiment with new looks and new trendy looks. So it is like you are the creator. So you are creating something new. When you create something new, you see it like you see a design like it's your baby. So that is how you see a design. So you should connect with the design emotionally. That is what passion is. Or design பண்றீங்க, each design or designerனா they may make hundreds of designs, but still ஒவ்வொரு design கூடயும் நமக்கு ஒரு emotional connection இருக்கணும். That is so important. So அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு connection இருந்தா மட்டும்தான் your design, every individual design will turn out perfect. So அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு கனெக்ஷன் இருக்கிற ஒரு பேஷன் இருக்கணும் டிசைனிங்க்கு. And the next thing is strong communication. By strong communication, I'm not talking about language here. Talking in English, talking in Tamil, talking in Malayalam, not like that. Having a strong communication is more like having a good demand over a language, not having a good demand over a language. It is the ability to share your vision with your team. So when you work with a team of people, one for stitching, one for delivering the product, one for taking orders, and one for fabric sourcing and all the sourcing people. So it is like a team. It's a teamwork. Boutique is always like a teamwork. So when you work under a team, everyone in the team should have that shared vision among themselves. So the head, like you are the head of this boutique, so you should be able to make everyone bring everyone under your control. You should know how to get work done from the people you hire. So அந்த ஒரு எபிலிட்டி இருக்கணும். நீங்க நினைக்கிறத பீப்புள் பண்ண வைக்கிறதுக்கான ஒரு எபிலிட்டி, யார்கிட்ட எப்படி பேசணும், எப்படி பேசினா நம்ம வேலை நடக்கும் அப்படிங்கிற அந்த தாட் ப்ராசஸ் நமக்கு இருக்கணும். லைக் யூ கான் கெட் யுவர் ஒர்க் டன் பை ஜஸ்ட் பை நான் தான் உன்னோட ஹெட், நீ நான் சொல்றதா கேட்கணும் அப்படிங்கறது இட் டசன்ட் ஒர்க். பிகாஸ் இஃப் யூ சி கம்பேரிங் டு அதர் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி, ஃபேஷன் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி இஸ் ஆல்வேஸ் பீப்புள் சென்ட்ரிக் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி. So it depends on it's not like a single sole person. It involves the entire team. அந்த ஒரு டீம் எல்லாம் சேர்ந்து உங்களோட டீம் ஒர்க் தான் how a boutique runs successfully. So it is always people centric, so keep it in mind. So with multiple people involved in even the tiniest of assignments, we will need individual people for each tiny work that is happening inside the boutique. So we should be very careful of how we handle things inside our firm or a brand. So the next thing is confidence and flexibility. Confidence, as I told you, you should be fashion industry is all about creativity and creating new things. But having faith in your vision and having faith in yourself is more important. Only then you will have that courage to do different things, to explore new styles, explore new trends. That is what fashion is all about. Keep on looking for inspiration. Don't stop. Like fashion is something that keep on updating, so you have to stay updated. So go to Pinterest, collect some inspiration, keep on collecting inspirations. So when you keep on seeing these inspirations, you will start creating your own designs. So that designs that you see will come to your mind, and you will create something new, you will put some creativity into it, some innovative ideas in it, and you will create a new design. So that is how it works. So confident, trust in yourself, and it is important to able to change the trend, as well as confident enough to forecast and see what is going to be the trend in future. So you should have this confidence in you to forecast new things and start doing new things. So that is, and the next point is risk taking capacity. So risk taking capacity is, in every industry to be successful, one needs to take risk. So taking risk is very common in every industry. It is very common, but still in fashion industries it is it's a bit more important to for you to take risk, because you can't wait for a long time to get everything to get perfect and then you can do something. No, it doesn't work that way. Take risk, try something new. So it may be a failure, but still it will be a learning experience for you. Okay, so the next thing is types of boutique. So we'll see what are the types of boutique. So there are different types of boutique. So first type is designer store. A designer store is something that works under one particular person. That is what I was talking about. A designer store is like, there will be a fashion designer who designs clothes, accessories, jewelries, and all those things. Accessories, jewelries, like bags, clutches, footwear, and all those things. So in a designer store, only one person's work will be displayed. Like இப்போ ஒரு டிசைனர் இருக்காங்க, இப்ப அந்த டிசைனர் பண்ற ஒர்க், அவங்க டிசைன் பண்ற க்ளோத்ஸ் மட்டுமே ஒரு ஸ்டோர்ல விஷுவலைஸ் பண்ணி இருக்கிறது, இட்ஸ் a டிசைனர் ஸ்டோர். சோ அந்த ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் டிசைனர் அவங்களா டிசைன் பண்ண கிளாத்ஸ், அவங்களா டிசைன் பண்ண ஜுவல்லரி மட்டும்தான் அங்க டிஸ்பிளே பண்ணிருப்பாங்க. சோ தட் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் டிசைனர் ஸ்டோர். And the second one you see is multi-branded outlets. We know what is multi-branded outlets. You go for shopping and all those things. So while you go for shopping, you can see multiple brands under one roof. So that is called as multi-branded outlet. They source from different brands and sell it to the consumers. So that is what it is called as multi-branded outlet. And the third one is online store, which is at its peak at this point of time. So online stores தான் இப்போ ரொம்ப பீக்ல இருக்க ஒரு ஃபேஷன் பிசினஸ். ஸோ இப்போ யார் ஒரு எந்த ஃபேஷன் ரிலேட்டடா எதுவுமே தெரியாத ஒருத்தவங்க கூட ஒரு சக்சஸ்ஃபுல் ஆன்லைன் பிசினஸ் நடத்த முடியும். அதுக்கு நிறைய லிவிங் எக்ஸாம்பிள்ஸ் இருக்காங்க. ஐ ஹாவ் அ ஃபியூ successful women entrepreneurs, online fashion entrepreneurs. I'll show you them and their works in the upcoming slides. So online stores or something. So sorry. So online stores or something where they sell clothes or accessories or clothing, everything through online. So that is what an online store is. And the franchisee store. We all know what a franchisee store is. Franchisee store is something where we pay a particular amount of money for the name, for their brand value, and they will have this. For example, I will tell you KFC. We have KFC all around the world, but still you can find even the name board, the menu they have, the recipe they follow, the uniform what the employees use. Everything is same in all the stores, but still these stores have individual owners, so they will pay a particular amount for the brand value alone and for all this interiors and all those things. So that is called as a franchisee store, but they all work in the same form. So this is what a franchisee store is. Some example for fashion franchisee store includes like Go Colors, Basics, Alan Solly, Indian Terrain, and all these stores are called franchisee stores. They don't manufacture individually. They just get the products from the brand and they will sell it through the store. So that is what a franchisee store is. So workflow in a boutique. So we have seen what a boutique is and what are the types of boutique. Next, we are going to see what is the workflow, what is the process that we follow in a boutique. So for workflow, if you see, the first thing is customer consultation and taking orders. So boutique is a totally retail based firm. So retail based la irukra ellame customer interaction is a very important factor for a retail firm. So customer consultation, you consult with the customer and take orders. So while you consult, while this process takes place, you should be able to analyze customers mindset. You should be able to analyze what their needs are and what are their taste preferences, what is there in their mind. They will always have a design in their mind. While someone comes to you and tell you that this is the occasion, I am looking for a garment for this occasion அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்கன்னா, they will always have some ideas in them. So you have to talk to them and you have to analyze what will suit them, or what kind of taste they have and all those things. So based on that, you will be designing a garment and showing them the fabric, and then you will take orders. So after that, production planning. So delivering the product on time is so important. That is the main factor that improves your brand value. So production planning helps you to deliver the product prior the delivery date. So production planning is important. Third thing is sourcing of fabric and trims. So if you have the fabric in boutiques, they have fabric in house. Like they will have lot of fabrics with them. They will if you are going to a boutique and they are designing something for you, they will show you all the fabric rolls. They will show you swatches and they will explain you this fabric will suit you better. This fabric will suit this design. We can't use every fabric for all the designs. Based on the design, the fabric nature should be decided. So if they will show you the fabric, they will show you the trims. Trims is like the zipper, buttons and all those things, and accessories that goes along with the garment. So they will show you everything while placing order. If the fabric is not available in house, they will source for fabric and the trims. If they don't have that particular button or particular for handwork material or anything, they will source it after the order confirmation. So after that is a garment construction process. Garment construction is nothing but cutting and sewing process will take place. After that, before finishing the garment entirely, they will call the customer for a trial. So this trial will help you to have a clear view. இப்ப எப்படின்னா நீங்க இப்போ ஒரு கஸ்டமரை கூப்பிட்டு ட்ரையல் பார்ப்பாங்க. அதுல வந்து என்னன்னா ஃபுல்லி ஃபினிஷ்டு கார்மெண்டா அது இருக்காது. அந்த ட்ரையல் பாக்குறதுக்கு என்ன பண்ணிருப்பாங்கன்னா ஒரு சிங்கிள் ஸ்டிச் போட்டு கார்மெண்டா அந்த கஸ்டமருக்கு போட்டு காமிப்பாங்க. போட்டு காமிக்கிறப்போ தேர் மே பி ஆல்ட்ரேஷன்ஸ் பிகாஸ் it happens. Clothing varappo there may be alterations. So what they will do is garment customer மேல போட்டு they will hands you எங்கயாவது ஃபிட்டிங் பார்க்கணும்னா ஃபிட் பண்ணி they will hands you and take it off the garment from the customer and then they will sew it again in the machine and finish the garment. So after that, this final process is delivery. Only if you follow this process flow, your garment will be a hit. Will reach the customer and the customer will be fully satisfied. Only you follow this process properly, and time management is more important for all these factors. So I have an order form to show you today. So you should know what an order form looks like. This is the order form. While I told you customer consultation is the first process, so this is the order form. So you can see in the order form what are the details that should be in the order form. So first is customer name and phone number, email ID, their personal details and all those things. And the second thing is style and color. Style is like if they are ordering your blouse or ordering your Sahara pant, ordering your maxi, whatever it may be, you should mention the style and then the color. And below that, you should add the fabric swatches. If the customer have chosen the fabric swatches, you should take a small swatch of the fabric and pin it in the order sheet, so that you won't get confused while the production process goes on. So for in the next one, you can see the fabric swatches there. So that is the fabric swatches here. So you should stick the fabric swatches to the order form. And this figure is called as croquis. We used to call it as croquis, and we used to sketch the garment on top of this croquis. So this picture, you can sketch the garment it will be easy for you for further references while you construct the garment. So it will be you draw the neckline, what style of garment is what style of garment are you planning to make. So it will help you that. So in the croquis kamala, they will sketch, draw and keep and write all the construction details like boat neck, elbow sleeve, whatever the detail, princess cut, whatever it may be, they will mention it and keep. And below that, you can see measurements. So you will take the customer's measurement and note it down here. And after that, if there is any special request or notes, like I want a bow or something, I want a slit in the sleeve, maybe any kind of special notes, you can note it down there and note down every single detail while placing order. Because when it comes to clothing, people will never okay paravailla mistake ஆயிடுச்சா பரவாயில்ல அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு கமெண்ட் வரவே வராது. So see to that you don't make mistakes. Be very careful while you take order, because over சின்ன details customer நம்மகிட்ட சொல்றப்போ we should note it down properly. So based on that, prepare your order form. So note every detail and the payment method. If they're paying you, what payment method and how much is the payment, you have to get it signed from the customer and the date below. This is how the order form looks like. So the next thing is, I have some local fabrics and trim wholesalers. So you can note it down. Maybe in future, if you're planning to start a boutique or something, this will be very useful for you for sourcing fabric and trims. These are all wholesalers. So if you see in the bottom image, there is a fabric in white color that is called dyeable fabric. Not every white fabric can be dyed. Only fabric that has this capability of absorbing dye can be dyed. So this white fabric, you can get it, you have to mention and buy it, like it's a dyeable fabric. If the customer comes in and they are asking you for a specific color, I want a coral color or a turquoise blue or something like that, you if you don't have that particular color, you can buy a plain fabric based on the design, and then you can dye it. So this is a dyeable fabric, and if you after dyeing, it looks like the near one. Same thing, I have added this Banarasi fabric here. There is a white fabric, and the maroon one is after dyed or after dyeing of the same fabric. So for dyeing unit, I have mentioned here Cornland dyeing in Ernakulam. Ernakulam is very famous for dyeing because there is lot of dyeing units, and they are doing a very great job. They deliver it on time, like they take about like 4 days for you to get the fabric dyed and send it back to you. So they are doing a great job in Ernakulam. And you can also go and see Melange for dyeing and dyeable fabric. In Melange, they themselves, they will have the dyeable fabric, so you can source it from them, and you can dye. You can also give it to them for dyeing. So they will finish the entire process and send it back to you. You can do everything in online. You don't have to go to Ernakulam or go to anywhere for sourcing. This is totally all this vendors I'm explaining you now is totally through, you can do it through online. So the second thing you see is Vastra Bridal Boutique, that is in Saukapet, Chennai. This is like you don't have to stitch or anything. You all know semi-stitched lehengas, like you get it for people nowadays, they are getting it for reception, engagement, and all those things. In retail outlets, if you go and see, they charge you like 3,000 to 4,000 rupees for lehenga. That semi-stitched lehenga, that same lehenga, you can get it in Bastra Bridal Boutique for around 1,500 to 2,000 rupees. So you can get it from them at that wholesale cost, and you can sell it to your customers at the retail cost. So with no work and no stress, you are gaining money from this. So that is how this works. So Vastra Bridal Boutique is a wholesaler for lehenga and self-embroidered fabric and all those things. They are in Saukapet, Chennai. You can order them through WhatsApp. And A Boutique in Chennai, they are also a fabric. They have all this cotton, chiffon, georgette, and all self-embroidered fabrics, fully fabrics. They'll have all types of fabrics with them. You can source it from them, and they deliver it like within 1 day. If you are placing an order today evening, the fabric will reach you by tomorrow evening. Very fast delivery. They provide it very fast. And Ramji Sons is very famous for dyeable fabric. They provide a really very good quality fabric at a very reasonable price. They only you have to mention them. I need dyeable fabric. So if you mention them dyeable fabric, they will show you all this dyeable fabric in WhatsApp, and you can pick one which one you want, and you can pay through Google Pay or Phone Pay, whatever fits you. So Ramji Sons are famous for dyeable fabric, and Texchand is in Delhi, and they are also famous for designer fabrics. Designer fabrics is like, you see celebrities in red carpets and in film fair and all those things. Those kind of fabrics you can get it from Texchand. They have this they bring this fabric in a very short period of time. எப்படின்னா இப்போ ஒரு ஷோ நீங்க பாக்குறீங்க அப்படின்னா within 10 to 15 days, if you send that pic to them and if you ask them whether this fabric is available, they will tell you yes, it's available. They will show you the fabric. So they have this wonderful, beautiful collection of designer fabrics with them. And Lace Paradise is for laces, appliques. I have shown example pictures on the top, so you can see that there are laces and appliques there. You can source from Lace Paradise. They are from Surat, Gujarat. They sell laces and appliques. So Agarwal Stones and Mint Street is for in Saukapet is for Ari work materials. They have this tassels, skirt tassel, blouse tassel, all this in whole. They sell it in wholesale rate. And Cotton Street, Pantheon Road, Chennai is for cotton fabric. You get the same fabric here in retail. You get it for 300 rupees. If you go and get it in Pantheon Street, you can get it for 60 rupees. So when you're doing a business, you should always source it from the wholesalers. If you're doing it from retailers, the profit rate will be very low. So after that, boutique with zero investment. So do you think boutique with zero investment is possible? Is it possible? No. Okay. To start a boutique with zero investment is actually possible. I will explain you how. See, if you hire people, if you're hiring people for work, like you are hiring someone for stitching, hiring someone for RE work, and hiring someone for delivery. If you are hiring everyone, you have to pay the monthly salary. Like if he is working or not, you will have to pay him. That's how it works. But இதுக்கு பதிலா இன்னொரு ஆப்ஷன் என்னன்னா, you can contact a டெய்லர் who is stitching very well. உங்களுக்கு ஸ்டிச் பண்ற ஒரு டெய்லரையே நீங்க காண்டாக்ட் பண்ணி யூ கேன் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் him. இப்படி நான் டிசைன் பண்ணி நான் ஃபேப்ரிக் சோர்ஸ் பண்ணி உங்களுக்கு கொண்டு வந்து தரேன். நான் டிசைன் பண்றத யூ ஜஸ்ட் ஸ்டிச் அண்ட் கிவ் இட் டு மீ அண்ட் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நீங்க அவங்க கிட்ட இருந்து வாங்கிட்டீங்கன்னா யூ வில் ஹாவ் டு பே தம் ஒன்லி த ஸ்டிச்சிங் காஸ்ட். ஸ்டிச்சிங் காஸ்ட்னா இப்போ if he is stitching a frock for you, he will cost you some 1,000 rupees, and you can charge your designing cost along with your fabric cost, and you can sell it to the customer with your profit. So this is like zero investment. You don't have to buy machine, you don't have to hire anyone, but still your work goes well. So if you want to do RE work blouses, if you want to do RE work blouses, you can ask. See, இப்போ நிறைய லேடிஸ் லைக் வீட்லயே இருக்கிற லேடிஸ் நிறைய பேர் வந்து ஆரி ஒர்க் கத்துக்கிறாங்க பிகாஸ் தே கேன் ஜஸ்ட் பி இன் ஹோம் அண்ட் டூ தட். ஸோ அவங்க வந்து அது ரொம்ப எஃபிஷியன்டா மணி ஏர்ன் பண்றதுக்கு ஒரு மெத்தட் அப்படிங்கிற ஐடியாக்கு பீப்புள் வந்துட்டாங்க. ஸோ தெர் ஆர் லாட் ஆஃப் உமன்ஸ் ஹூ ஆர் டூயிங் இட். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி இருக்க யாராவது ஒருத்தங்களை கான்டாக்ட் பண்ணி ஒரு டிசைனுக்கு ஐ வில் பே யூ திஸ் மச் அப்படின்னு நீங்க பண்ணீங்கன்னா ஃபினிஷ் பண்ணி ஸ்டிச் பண்ணி கஸ்டமர் கொடுக்குற பிளவுஸ்க்கு உங்க ப்ராஃபிட் ரேட்டையும் சேர்த்து நீங்க வாங்கிக்கலாம். திஸ் இஸ் லைக் ஜீரோ இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட். You don't have to invest on anything. You don't have to source raw material. You don't have to hire anyone. You don't even need a shop. You can post your work online. இதுக்கு உங்களுக்கு கஸ்டமர்ஸ் எப்படி வருவாங்க அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, you go talk to someone, maybe a makeup artist, maybe a saloon, something like that. அப்படி இருக்க யாரா ஒரு பர்சன் கிட்ட போய் நீங்க இப்படி நான் ஒரு டிசைன்ஸ் ஓனா பண்ணி கொடுக்குறேன், if you tell them, they will suggest you to the brides. They do makeup, the customers they come for saloon, they will suggest you. So அப்படி suggest பண்றப்போ people will start coming to you, and family definitely family and friends கிட்ட நீங்க சொல்ற மூலமா இது ரொம்ப ஈஸியா ஸ்ப்ரெட் ஆகும். சோ அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கப்போ இது வந்து ஒரு ஜீரோ இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட், still it brings you a good profit amount. So this you have already seen. So the next thing is how to start an online boutique. So online boutique is something which is very which is a very low risk. So you don't have to risk yourself, you don't have to stress so much, you don't have to invest much. Like it is like you can do it easily, but still it is at its peak now. So இப்போ ஆன்லைன் boutiquesல நிறைய boutiques ரொம்ப ஃபேமஸா ரொம்ப சக்சஸ்ஃபுல்லா ரன் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. But still note the point, it will take time for you to succeed. So you have to wait patiently. So ஒரு ஆன்லைன் boutique ஸ்டார்ட் பண்றதுக்கு என்ன பாயிண்ட்ஸ் ஃபாலோ பண்ணணும்னு பார்க்கலாம். Decide your product niche. So what kind of product you are going to sell. இப்போ ஃபேஷன் ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா நிறைய இருக்கு. யூ கேன் செல் ஃபுட்வேர்ஸ், யூ கேன் செல் ஹேண்ட் பேக்ஸ், யூ கேன் செல் ஈகோ ஃப்ரெண்ட்லி கிளாத்திங், லாட் ஆஃப் ஐடியாஸ், நிறைய ஐடியாஸ் இருக்கு. ஸோ அமாங் ஆல் ஆஃப் தட் என்ன டைப் ஆஃப் ப்ராடக்ட் நீங்க செல் பண்ண போறீங்க, உங்களோட ஐடியா, உங்களோட மத்த ஃபேஷன் பொட்டிக்ஸ்ல இருந்து உங்க ஐடியா எப்படி இன்னோவேட்டிவா இருக்க போகுதுங்கிறத ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டிசைட் பண்ணுங்க. ஸோ அதுக்கு நீங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் என்ன பண்ணா, who are your customers அப்படிங்கறத அனலைஸ் பண்ணி ஒரு மார்க்கெட் ரிசர்ச் பண்ணணும். டார்கெட் a small group, small specialized section of population, because you can't ப்ரொவைட் எவ்ரிதிங்ல. ஸோ ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் குரூப் ஆஃப் பீப்புள் டெமோகிராஃபிக்கா எடுத்து ஸ்பெஷலைஸ்டா ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் பாப்புலேஷன் எடுத்து அவங்களுக்கு ப்ரொவைட் பண்ற மாதிரி ஏதாவது ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் சூஸ் பண்ணணும். அண்ட் அதுக்கப்புறம் ஃபைண்ட் த பெஸ்ட் இ-காமர்ஸ் பிளாட்ஃபார்ம். ஸோ e-commerce platform, for online business, this means your e-commerce platform, like where you sell your clothes, you develop a e-commerce website, you post it on Instagram, and you are going to choose. இப்போ எந்த ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் சூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க, அந்த ப்ராடக்ட வாங்க போறவங்களோட ஏஜ் குரூப் பாத்துக்கோங்க. சோ எல்லா ஏஜ் குரூப்ல இருக்கவங்களும் எல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. இப்போ டீனேஜர்ஸ்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா இன்ஸ்டாகிராம்ல ஆக்டிவா இருப்பாங்க. கொஞ்சம் ஓகே, கொஞ்சம் ஏஜ்டா இருக்கவங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஃபேஸ்புக்ல ஆக்டிவா இருப்பாங்க. சோ உங்களோட பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் எதுல போட்டா உங்களோட கஸ்டமர், நீங்க சூஸ் பண்ண அந்த கஸ்டமரை ரீச் ஆகும் அப்படிங்கறத அனலைஸ் பண்ணும். அண்ட் ஆஃப்டர் தட் கிரியேட் அ பிசினஸ் பிளான். பிசினஸ் பிளான் இஸ் மார்க்கெட் ரிசர்ச், பிசினஸ் மாடல், இதெல்லாம் தான் வந்து மார்க்கெட் ரிசர்ச்ங்கிறது. கிரியேட் பையர்ஸ் பர்சோனா ஃபர்ஸ்ட். ஒரு பையர்ஸ் பர்சோனா கிரியேட் பண்ணோம். அதுதான் நம்ம ஆல்ரெடி பார்த்தோம். ப்ராடக்ட் அனலைசிஸ் பண்ணும் போதே நம்ம வந்து ஓரளவுக்கு நமக்கு எந்த மாதிரி பையர்ஸ் வேணுங்கிறத நம்ம அனலைஸ் பண்ணிருப்போம். ஸோ அதோட இன்னும் ஒரு டெப்த் போய் அவங்க என்ன மாதிரி பிளாட்ஃபார்ம்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்றாங்க, அவங்களோட டேஸ்ட் எப்படி இருக்குங்கிறத அனலைஸ் பண்ணுவோம். அண்ட் அதுக்கப்புறம் கண்டக்ட் மார்க்கெட் அனாலிசிஸ். உங்களோட மார்க்கெட் வேல்யூ ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். பிசினஸ்க்கு எப்பவுமே மார்க்கெட் வேல்யூ ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். அதுவும் ஃபேஷன் ரொம்ப பீக்கா இருக்க ஒரு பீரியட் இது. சோ எல்லாருக்கும் ஃபேஷனபிளா ட்ரெஸ் பண்ணிக்கணுங்கிற ஒரு ஆசை இருக்கிற ஒரு பீரியட் இது. சோ இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பீரியட்ல உங்களுக்கு நிறைய காம்படிட்டர்ஸ் இருப்பாங்க. சோ அவங்க எல்லாம் ப்ரொவைட் பண்றதுல இருந்து நீங்க எப்படி தனியா பண்ண போறீங்க, சோ உங்களோட ப்ராடக்ட் எப்படி தனியா தெரிய போகுது, அண்ட் எவ்வளவு காம்படிட்டர்ஸ் இருக்காங்க, அவங்க என்னென்ன ஃபாலோ பண்றாங்க அப்படிங்கறத அனலைஸ் பண்ணி யூ ஹாவ் டு கிரியேட் அ பிசினஸ் மாடல் ஃபார் யுவர் செல்ஸ். சோ SWOT analysis, you all know what is SWOT analysis, right? Strength, weakness, and opportunity and threat. That is what SWOT analysis is. So you should know your strength, you should know you should analyze what will be your weakness and what are the opportunities for you to develop yourself, and what are the threats that you have in the industry. So you have to analyze. If you are analyzing all this, that will help you develop yourself faster and stand you out among the competitors. Okay, so that is what market research is. And select a name and domain. So while selecting a name, you should consider what product you are selling. உங்க ப்ராடக்ட்டுக்கு ரிலேட்டடா இருக்கணும். உங்களுக்கு எல்லா பொட்டிக்குக்கும் பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் தீம் இருக்கும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், இஃப் யூ சி ஸ்ருதி கண்ணத் அப்படின்னு ஒரு டிசைனர் இருக்காங்க. ஷீ இஸ் இன் சென்னை. இவ்வளோ நாள் அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஆன்லைன் ஸ்டோர் மட்டும்தான். ஷீ டசன்ட் ஹாவ் அ ஸ்டோர். பட் இப்போ லாஸ்ட் 2 monthsக்கு முன்னாடி ஷீ ஓபன்ட் அ ஸ்டோர் இன் சென்னை. சோ அவங்களோட ஐடியா என்னன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, ஷீ ஒன்லி டஸ் ஆரி ஒர்க் பிளவுசஸ். ஆரி ஒர்க் பிளவுசஸ் மட்டும் தான் பண்ணுவாங்க. அவங்களோட பொட்டிக் ஃபுல்லாவே ஆரி ஒர்க் பிளவுசஸ். பட் அவங்க ஒர்க் ரொம்ப மேக்னிஃபிசென்ட்டா இருக்கும். ரொம்ப அழகா, ரொம்ப சிம்பிளா. சோ அவங்களோட இது எப்படின்னா ஒரு எத்னிக்கான ஒரு கலெக்ஷன். சோ அது மாதிரி ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் ப்ராடக்ட் சூஸ் பண்றப்போ நீங்க அதுக்கான நேம்ஸ் வந்து அப்படி அதை பேஸ் பண்ணி சூஸ் பண்ணணும். சோ உங்க ப்ராடக்ட ரிமைண்ட் பண்ற மாதிரி இருக்கணும் உங்க நேம். ஒரு பர்சனாலிட்டிய கிரியேட் பண்றதுக்கு அந்த நேம் வந்து ஹெல்ப் பண்ணும். அண்ட் உங்க நேம் எல்லாருக்கும் ஈஸியா மெமரபிள் ஆகுற மாதிரியும் இருக்கணும். சோ லொகேட் அண்ட் வெட் யுவர் சப்ளையர்ஸ். சோ எப்பவுமே சப்ளையர்ஸ் வந்து ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். ஹோல் என்டையர் even if you are doing the entire product by yourself, you will need the suppliers with you, because suppliersக்கும் உங்களுக்கும் இருக்க relationship is going to be a long term relationship. So buying a fabric from someone, see to that you maintain a good relationship with the vendors, because if you are breaking that contact with the suppliers, you will find it very hard to find a new supplier. அதுக்காக தான் I have mentioned a few suppliers on top, because finding a good supplier is very hard, really hard to find good quality vendors. So if you have found a good vendor, see to that you maintain a very good relationship with him, okay, with him or her, whatever it may be. So it is so important for you to maintain a good relationship with your suppliers and create your website with an online store builder. So creating your website includes you have to take a product shoot ப்ராடக்ட் போட்டோ ஷூட் கேமராமேன் வச்சு தான் எடுக்கணும்னு கிடையாது. யூ கேன் டூ இட் இன் யுவர் ஃபோன், பட் ஷோ யுவர் கிரியேட்டிவிட்டி. That is what it requires. So show your creativity, create a design, and நல்ல creative-ஆன props use பண்ணி you can take a photo shoot and add a product description. Product description is like கீழே product இருக்கும், product பத்தின description, like what color it is, what material have you used, and what are the handwork that has been done, and if it has frills or it has ruffles and all those things. If you're shopping online, you can see it. இப்போ ஒரு ட்ரெஸ் பாக்குறீங்க ஆன்லைன்லனா யூ கேன் see கீழே ஒரு 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 டைட்டில் வரும், ப்ராடக்ட் டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன். அதுல போய் பாத்தீங்கன்னா சைஸ், இது என்ன டைப் ஆஃப் ஃபேப்ரிக், இஸ் த ஃபேப்ரிக் ஸ்ட்ரெச்சபிள் ஆர் நான் ஸ்ட்ரெச்சபிள், வாட் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் ஃபேப்ரிக் இட் இஸ், அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய அப்பியர் ஆகும். ஸோ தட் இஸ் வாட் ஒன் செகண்ட். So that is what your product and product description is. Launch your online boutique. It's all done. You have found the suppliers, you have constructed a garment, you have ordered you have created an online website for you, and you have added the product and product description. It is launching your boutique. So you have launched your boutique. After that, mass marketing. See, launching a website is alone not going to help you. You have to be active. You have to take it very serious after you launch your brand, because ரொம்ப ஆக்டிவா இருந்தா மட்டும்தான் people will keep on seeing your stores. Fill your social media platform with information all about your boutique. உங்களோட சோஷியல் மீடியாஸ்ல எதெல்லாம் நீங்க மெயில்ஸ் கான்ஸ்டன்டா மெயில்ஸ் சர்க்குலேட் பண்ணலாம் உங்களோட சரௌண்டிங்ஸ்க்கு. ஸோ ப்ரமோட் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கணும். மாஸ் மார்க்கெட்டிங் இஸ் சோ இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஆஃப்டர் யூ லான்ச் யுவர் பொட்டிக். ஒன்லி த்ரூ மார்க்கெட்டிங் யூ வில் கெட் கஸ்டமர்ஸ். ஸோ உங்களுக்கு இருக்கிறதே இருக்க ஆன்லைன்ல இட் இஸ் வெரி ஈஸி ஃபார் யூ டு டூ மார்க்கெட்டிங். ஸோ அதுக்கப்புறம் ரிவைஸ், ரீஇன்வென்ட் அண்ட் ரெனியூ. ஸோ you have done everything. After that you have to revise, reinvent and renew is இப்போ நீங்க போஸ்ட் எல்லாம் முடிச்சிட்டீங்க, உங்களோட இதுவும் ரன் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு உங்க வெப்சைட்டும். சோ அவ்வளவுதான், ஒர்க் முடிஞ்சதுன்னு கிடையாது. Merchandising your best selling products on your home page is very important. You have to add these pictures of your best selling garments so that people will see, and it will get on its peak. And testing new product copy or image or underperforming pages. சில கார்மெண்ட்ஸ்லாம் ஒண்ணுமே செல் ஆகல, அந்த மாதிரி இருக்க கார்மெண்ட்ஸ்லாம் என்னங்கிறது பார்த்து அதை வந்து பேஜஸ்ல இருந்து ரிமூவ் பண்ணும். Making changes to your cart, keep on adding new collections, keep on changing the appearance of your website. So all this is important, and adding product reviews and customer testimonials is also so important, because நிறைய பேர் வந்து இப்போ நிறைய fake online பொட்டிக்ஸ் அண்ட் ஆன்லைன் ஃபேஷன் ஷாப்ஸும் இருக்கு. ஸோ பீப்புளுக்கு அந்த பயம் இருக்கும். ஸோ அதுக்காக நீங்க என்ன பண்ணணும்னா, உங்க கஸ்டமர் கிட்ட இருந்து கலெக்ட் பண்ற நீங்க அந்த ரிவ்யூஸ், அவங்க போடுற அந்த அவங்களோட வியர் பண்ண அந்த போட்டோஸ், அதெல்லாம் வந்து யூ கேன் போஸ்ட் இட் அண்ட் கீப் இட் இன் யுவர் சோஷியல் மீடியா ஆர் யுவர் வெப்சைட். ஸோ தட் வில் help to bring that connection between you and the consumer. So I have a few examples for you to show. These are all like online stores, online fashion entrepreneurs who are very successful these days. The first one is Margali Designs. She is famous for her patchwork sarees. If you see this image, you will know the saree is nothing but it's a very plain cotton fabric, but she have a good sense in color blocking. She knows which color to blend and what color will go well with which color. So that is what her plus point, or what her uniqueness is. So idla pathina, it's just a cotton patchwork saree. She is costing around some 5,000 to 6,000 rupees for a cotton saree, but still she is in peak. because she has done a very good market research. She know who her customer is. Not that everyone can afford a 5,000 or 6,000 rupees for a cotton sari, but there are customers who would like to buy this sari, and there are customers who doesn't 5,000 or 6,000 doesn't matter to them. So அந்த மாதிரி இருக்க customers analyze பண்ணி she has done a great job and she is very successful now. And the second one is handloom luxury with loom. The Loom அப்படிங்கறது ஒரு brand. So they give you handloom they use only handloom fabric. They provide handloom sarees, kurtis, dresses, and but everything is handloom. This is what I was telling you. There should be a uniqueness in what you do. That is where your creativity comes in. So உங்களுக்கு உங்க பிராண்டுக்கு ஒரு யூனிக்னஸ் இருக்கணும். So loomல பாத்தீங்கன்னா they do it completely only in handloom. So handloomல மட்டுமே பண்றாங்க, and this is very affordable. The Loom is very affordable brand. And the next one, if you see, tradition meets trends. This is a shop only for duties. They only do duties, but see their work is very intricate and very beautiful. She does handwork in duties, like these bead work and all this is done by hand. So it is for wedding and special occasions. You can order it from them. And tradition meet trends is for duties. And the second and the last one is the Fantasy Studio. This is a friend of mine actually. While starting this business, she was like very very low, and starting like she came so there was a lot of obstacles for her to reach this place, but now she's doing really amazing job. And இதுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா she designs for this. She designs casual wear, bridal wear, and mom and me collections, and all those things. She doesn't have a store. நான் இதான் உங்களுக்கு சொன்னேன். She doesn't own a store. She has a tailor and ஒரு hand worker. இவங்க கிட்ட fabric source பண்ணி கொடுத்து she used to stitch and finish the garment and give it to the customer. So this is like zero investment boutique, and she's doing really nice now. Okay. So thank you for your patience, and if you have any doubts, feel free to ask me now. My own designs, ma'am. I told you that zero investment boutique, right? That is what I have been I was doing before I joined in Holy Cross, and that was like I was so happy doing it. I had lot of customers, and it works really well for me. So that's why I thought I could tell this to someone, so it would be some useful for someone. That's why I took that topic today.
Thank you, Arasi. Good evening, all. It is my immense pleasure to propose vote of thanks, formal vote of thanks at this moment. First of all, I would like to thank God Almighty for making this program very successful. Next, heartfelt thanks to our management and principal for giving this opportunity and always motivate to arrange this type of seminars and skill development programs. Thank you so much, ma'am. And a warm and heartiest thanks to our chief guest, Miss R.T. Vembaya, Professor, Assistant Professor, Department of Fashion, Designing and Apparel Making, Holy Cross Home Science College, Thuthukudi. And you made a very wonderful evening today. Students are very lucky to have this program and such an eminent person, a suitable person. That is a very interesting topic, and hope they acquire knowledge regarding boutique. I think most of them decided to start up a boutique. I think so. All of us.
I'll be very happy if someone is starting a boutique.
Yeah. All of us, there is girls, women, even old age women like to wear fashionable dresses, jewels, etc. And boutique is the best choice for them. And I'm also very interested in those things. And I always visit that boutiques like in Thuthukudi. Yeah, thank you. And a very clear lecture given by you, and it is very clear about boutique. So thank you very much for
Thank you, ma'am.
giving this lecture, and thanks to Monica ma'am, HOD of English Department, IIC of APCM College, and next I thank IIC of APCM College, and great thanks to our VERA members, Women Empowerment Cell members, for their active participation and cooperation, and special thanks to Vadivikarasi for organizing this program. She initiated and put efforts, and now it end with a grand success. And thanks to our college students for their patience, and hope they acquire knowledge. And it is very useful and interesting topic. Once again, I thank one and all. Thank you. Thank you all.
Okay, ma. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.